welcome you to our telecast. We're in San Diego, California. I'm Jim Simpson with Paul Warfield. Offensively, Dan Phelps, your quarterback. Bo Matthews at fullback. Running back is Don Woods. And your wide receivers.
Yeah, headed by Jefferson, the good-looking rookie, and Charlie Jr., a very, very steady performer, and Bob Klein, another veteran performer who performs well.
Second down and 7 to go. We have no score. Oakland has just fumbled the football away. Van Egan fumbled. Kelcher got the recovery. Phelps back for his first pass. Has Woods, but goes downfield, and there's that man. There's that man. Charlie Joyner, the good, steady performer. They're looking at Jefferson, and he goes to Joyner. A year ago, Joyner was his primary target.
Well, Charlie Joyner is a veteran pass receiver who knows how to maneuver. That time he slipped around Willie Brown and broke to the outside on the safety and made a nice catch on the corner just before he stepped out of bounds.
22-yard pass play, takes it out to the 35. Artie Owens checks in as you watch again the catch of Joyner. He goes out after the hit. Phelps handing off, and that is Bo Matthews. Getting perhaps a yard.
Number 41, Bo Matthews, the ball carrier.
Second down and 10 to go on the offensive line. Billy Shields and Russ Washington at the tackles. Doug Wilkinson and Ed White at the guards. With a big change at guard, Ed White, brought over from Minnesota to get some muscle in there. They have not been able to handle the 34 defense too well. Ralph Beretta is at center. Charlie Joyner has checked back in. Second down and 10 to go. Matthews in motion to the right. Phelps back to throw. Phelps throws over the middle, and a flag goes down. The linebacker's the Stork, Ted Hendricks. Inside, Monty Johnson. Didn't like an interference called against him last week. Charlie Hall and Phil Filippiano, and they're the deep backs.
Well, there have been a few changes in the deep backs, but one performer, number 24, Willie Brown, they're still there.
And Phelps on third and short is going to throw into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown! Now there's a new rule, because I believe that went off one charger to another, but these days it makes no difference.
Certainly doesn't. It's a touchdown by any standard for San Diego. I was just going to say the Phelps made a wrong decision in trying to throw the ball into trouble, but it turns out that it ends up as a touchdown. Here's Phelps. He's looking over in the middle of the field, looking for the wide receiver, John Jefferson. He's trying to hit Jefferson, but it goes off a Raider defender's hand, right in the hands of Pat Kieran.
My point was, Paul, that had it gone off the San Diego defender's hand, receiver's hand, it would have made no difference. You can touch it, but it was a Raider that touched it. Not a Charger, but the results are the same. Curran punt. Benerski adds the extra point. 14:55 to go, and it is San Diego that has scored first. It's 7-0. Bradshaw is in now, wide. Out as is Branch, and the ball is thrown for Branch on his fly pad, and he's got the football. Branch looked down for a moment to see where it's going, and it just showed to me, Paul, that receivers and throwers know each other, because he looked up just at the right moment to see the ball float into his hand.
Well, Jim, that ball was actually thrown before Cliff Branch had an opportunity to locate it, but he and Ken Stabler have worked so well together over the years, and especially on that deep streaking pattern down the middle of the field, that Stabler knows where Branch is going to be.
Wholesale replacements there. Pete Banaszak comes in. Whittington comes in.
It's a great catch by Branch here.
In the ball game. And Stabler back to throw. Has his man Casper, and Casper makes a great catch inside the 10-yard line. Casper dropped a couple last week, and that's his third of the day, and 2 of them have been remarkable catches.
They have been remarkable catches. At that time, Dave Casper looked like he had 2 defenders on him. And how do you stop a guy like that? How do you stop Branch or Biletnikoff, too? Stabler's looking for Casper going down the middle. He makes a great over-the-shoulder catch again. Completely extended, holds on to the football, and nearly takes it in for 6 points.
First and goal to go at the 6. At one time, remember, the Raiders were first down at the 11, but fumbled the football away. They trailed 7-0, but they have come right back. Stabler Looking to throw to Casper. Touchdown. Casper was about the only man in the pattern. 2 men on him, and Stabler delivered the ball right to him.
It never ceases to amaze me, Jim. It seems like the Oakland Raiders run this play with the fake into the line. Casper fakes a block, then breaks over the middle time and time again, but it works, and it works for 6 points all the time, so something good wide diverge from it. Here's the play again from another angle. Casper taking it in for 6 points.
4 catches, 1 touchdown. Stabler and Casper have been something. And Stabler's got to be happy to get his first touchdown pass of the year. By this time, he usually has 4 or 5.
It certainly does. I'm sure that the snake was beginning to wonder what's happening during the 1978 NFL football season.
You weren't going to say snake bit. You wouldn't do that, would you? Earl Mann, who led the league last year in scoring points, and they had the extra point tied up and done. 12:08 to go. We're just in the second quarter. There's a lot more to happen yet. And we've got a tie ball game. San Diego has scored first 7 and Oakland 7.
This is a simple slant-in pass over the middle. It's one that's been very successful for a lot of ball players. And it looked like Owens had a step, had his body inside of Monty Jackson. He could have made the catch, but Jackson tried to go through him. And that's going to cost Oakland.
First down and goal to go. Matthews and Lawrence Barnes, another big heavyweight in there. 2 tight ends. Now, the last time they had 2 tight ends in there on short yardage, they threw for a touchdown. That is Bauer now in there with Matthews. Hank Bauer, not the baseball player, but Hank Bauer, the football player, who scores a touchdown. A free agent out of California Lutheran has put the Chargers out in front again.
Well, Hank Bauer, the baseball player with the Yankees, made a lot of big plays, but this Hank Bauer is capable of making big plays, too. It is again. Bauer taking the handoff, hurtling up and over and in.
The drive started back inside the 30. 76 yards they covered in 6 plays. And, of course, a big play was the pass interference against Monty Jackson. Benerska with Fuller to hold. And the kick is no good. How often was it said last week, because there's so many missed extra points as there were today, that it's not automatic anymore. First half is all over. Here in San Diego, sellout crowd, 13-7, the Chargers over the Raiders. Kenny Stabler deserved better. He had dropped passes again. The score's 13-7. The statistics, we'll let Paul Warfield handle that.
Well, there's a little edge for the Chargers here in first downs and yards rushing. Total yards is 208 for San Diego, 170 for Oakland. Of course, Oakland's yardage could be a little bit better, as Jim mentioned, if some of the pass receivers would have made some catches from time to time.
Look at that time of possession there, Paul.
Well, that's a big difference. San Diego has done the thing that they wanted to do offensively, and that's control the football.
3:43 to go, third quarter. It's quite a football game, lots of time to go, and Guy booms it past the 30. Fuller picks it up all the way back at the 23-yard line, and our statistician goes to work to tell us how long that kick is. 64 yards from the line of scrimmage. 64 yards. Guy gets him out of trouble. 3:28 to go, third quarter. 13-7, San Diego over Oakland. Jefferson to the right and Joyner to the left. And a long way to go. And Fouts has time to unload to Jefferson. He makes the catch. And it'll be very close to the first down. It depends on where they mark it.
That was just a super catch, Jim. Jefferson knew exactly where he had to go to get the first down, and yet the young man had enough poise to keep his feet in bounds.
It is a first down as we take a look at a double replay of John Jefferson.
There's John Jefferson working on Lester Hayes there. He straightens him up and then breaks back to the outside. Now watch him go up in the air and yet get his feet back down inside.
Bauer, touchdown, his second of the day. Hank Bauer is a man who has been cut He was a school teacher, and he got his chance to come back to the National Football League.
You know, he certainly does know how to get 6 points. The crowd certainly loves it. Bauer loves it. And this has been a very surprising ball game here this afternoon.
Panerski missed his last point after attempt, but this one is perfect. 12:42 to go. Oh, they love it in Southern California. I'm not so sure what they're thinking in Northern California. Stabler back, has the time, delivers for Bradshaw, who steps around his man. Bradshaw with great speed. Glenn Edwards is there to knock him down inside the 45-yard line. Edwards makes the saving tackle.
It was a saving tackle. Morris Bradshaw, hailing from Ohio State University, where they don't pass, made this catch, and he's got great speed. He was simply all alone over there. Stabler found him. This is a nice movement that Bradshaw makes. Here's Glenn Edwards. Johnny on the spot to stop him from going all the way.
Did you notice that Paul Warfield said that he played at Ohio State where they don't pass much? John Madden he was really rooting. That was his action on the last play. Pump by. Look at the play. Touchdown. There's that man Bradshaw again. And Stabler made the perfect pump and then released. And all of a sudden, with 8:26 to go, you got to say, wait a minute.
That's right. On this play, it looked like defensive back Hal Stringer was in pretty good position. When the ball was thrown, it was very high. Stringer turned around. It looked like momentarily that he lost the ball in the sun. I'm not sure whether it's true or not. He turns his back. Bradshaw cuts in front of him simply, takes it on the run, and strides the final few yards for the score.
Bradshaw takes it in.
Here's a shot of the secondary. Here's Stringer going over to pick up Bradshaw, but he gets sort of lost to turned around. Bradshaw makes the catch for the 6-pointer.
Very important extra point here for Earl Mann to make, which he does, which makes it 20-14, which means that a touchdown, of course, and the extra point of the Raiders can go ahead. 44-yard touchdown pass. Well, we're trying to figure out how many times Oakland has run the ball. The computer said if they ran the ball 48 times, they'd win by 2 touchdowns. The press box says Oakland has only run the ball 18 times. And our statistician says 20. They haven't run it anywhere close. And you know, it's all gone well. It's Stabler's back to throw now. Stabler throws for Casper, and off his right hand, the ball was thrown past Dave Casper. Stops the clock. Stabler over the middle. Banaszak, his money player, another first down across the 45-yard line, out to the 46. Time quickly called. 45 seconds to go. And they're 54 yards away. We've got 45 seconds to go in this one. At the 46-yard line, Stabler back. Has time, pumps, throws over the middle. Joe Stewart, the rookie out of Missouri. Inside the 30-yard line, down to the 27-yard line. Hold it, that's Raymond Chester. Not number 80, but rather number 88, Raymond Chester. And Glenn Edwards makes the tackle.
Well, Oakland seems to just have a surplus of pass receivers, and that's Raymond Chester, a big guy who can make the catch and can go all the way.
33 seconds to go.
Chester lined up tight that time, got by the linebacker who was lined up right on his head and on his nose, worked his way free down the middle for another big gainer, and Oakland is down inside of San Diego territory. San Diego's applied a lot of pressure to Ken Stabler all day long, and Stabler had to get rid of the ball in a hurry in that instance.
Stop the clock. Biletnikoff, line to the right. Stabler back. Stabler has a lot of time and throws, and Biletnikoff comes back and takes the ball inside the 15-yard line at the 14-yard line, and that is a first down with 16 seconds to go. And that ball was right off the shoe tops of Biletnikoff. But as Paul Warfield and everybody's been saying for some time, it is a money ball player, Biletnikoff, and he made a money catch.
Well, you just know in troubled times that Ken Stabler is going to go to number 25. He's made a lot of these catches just like this, the impossible kind.
Branch to the left, Biletnikoff to the right. 15 seconds to go. Stabler back. Stabler looks into the end zone, and it's overthrown. Biletnikoff back there. Fine defensive play by Mike Williams also, number 29. 10 seconds to go in this 20-14 ball game. Stops the clock.
Stabler's going back. He's looking again for Fred Biletnikoff, but Mike Williams just holds his position and makes a fine play on the ball and bats the ball away from Freddie's hands at the last moment. There's another look at it from a different angle. Biletnikoff, well shadowed by Mike Williams.
Give a lot of credit to that offensive line of the Raiders. Stabler's having time to throw, and that is dangerous. Bradshaw comes wide to the right. Bradshaw wide to the right. Stabler back to throw. Stabler now being harassed for the first time and gets rid of the ball. Ball is loose, still loose. Picked up, kick into the end zone. And we'll see what happens there. Something touchdown. Can you believe it? Touchdown Raiders. Touchdown Raiders.
That's almost unbelievable.
You will not believe the replay when you see it. The ball was ruled not a forward pass, but a fumble by Stabler, which should have given the ball up. But it was kicked around and wound up in the end zone. There is no time left on the clock. They've still got to kick the extra point. It is 20-20. Prothro's coming out. You won't believe it.
Here's the play again. Stabler's going back in the pocket. Can't find anybody open. He starts to slide out of the pocket. Number 51, Woodrow Lowe is after him. Hits his arm. Knocks the ball out of his hand. The ball is now loose. Banaszak can't hold on to it. The ball is sort of pushed forward. There's Dave Casper trying to find the handle, and he just simply falls on it in the end zone for 6 points for the Raiders.
Arrowman, time is out. If he makes it, the ball game is over. The Raiders win it. If he doesn't make it, we go into overtime. The crowd wondering how such a thing could happen. The kick is up and good, and the Raiders have won it. Oakland wins it 21-20 on an unbelievable play. A great defensive play turned into a touchdown for the Oakland Raiders. Well, Southern California upset, Northern California happy, and the rest of the country amazed. And let's look at it one more time, or maybe two more times.
The San Diego Sheriff's Office has the complete gone very carefully on their way home.
Okay, here's Ken Stabler dropping back into the pocket. He slides out of the pocket. He's being pursued by Woodrow Lowe. Lowe hits his arm. He does not throw the ball forward. The ball pops out of his hands. Banaszak tries to pick it up. He can't get it. There's Casper. He's trying to pick it up, and finally he just falls on it. Unbelievable play. Here's Stabler again. One more look at this unbelievable play in the last second. Stabler looking for someone, still looking, has the ball jarred out of his hand. Banaszak tries to pick it up, but he cannot pick the ball up. And there in the end zone, David Casper falls on it.
Some people may say Banaszak shoveled the ball. I think if you look again as we back up and watch Casper there, if we can go a little bit more, it looked as though Banaszak, as he got it, was hit, and that's why the ball went forward. Whatever. The ball was ruled by the officials down there as that it is a touchdown for the Raiders, and you'll see this on every highlight all week long and in the nightmare dreams of Tommy Prothro.
Okay, one more look at it here. Banaszak comes into the picture, but he is being hit by number 71 there. That's Lindsey Mason.
Can you believe the fact that after 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions, and a fumble, that the Chargers finally came up with a fine defensive play, forcing Stabler to fumble, only to have the fumble turned into a touchdown by Casper. 21-20, Oakland, unbelievable. I'm Jim Simpson with Paul Warfield.
It was the pass that the Oakland Raiders never threw that set off the most unusual game-winning play of 1978.
Oakland trails 20-14. 10 seconds left. The crowd takes up a chant of defense. Robisky and Banaszak are the backs. Slot right. Branch inside. Bradshaw. Stabler back. Here comes the rush. He sidesteps. Can he throw? He can't. The ball flipped forward is loose. A wild scramble. 2 seconds on the clock. Castro grabbing the ball. It is ruled a fumble. Castro has recovered in the end zone. The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play. Madden is on the field. He wants to know if it's real. They said yes. Get your big butt out of here. He does. There's nothing real in the world anymore. The Raiders won the football game. The Chargers are standing, looking at each other. They don't believe it. Nobody believes it. I don't know if the Raiders believe it. It's not real. 52,000 people minus a few lonely Raider fans are stunned. A man would be a fool to ever try and write a drama and make you believe it. This one will be relived.